on Hawaiian punch. Oh, you like all this gush? Oh no, you can't get enough. Sipping on Hawaiian punch.
Hey, my name is Adeline Warren, and you're listening to Girl Talk. I like to say that I'm the big sister of the internet. You can watch me fuck up all you want, but hey, maybe we can learn something from it. I hope you enjoy. Today, I really wanted to talk about something that I feel like I've just been avoiding for years, and it's also something that it took me many years to learn, and that is being private but not a secret. And you're gonna be like, Adeline, you're so dramatic. You're doing a whole episode on being private but not a secret. But it's so true. And like the things that I was thinking about talking about on this podcast today, it doesn't just have to be with, whether you're an influencer or not. It could also just be with in real life. And like there's, maybe it's like you're in real life, like fucking haters. Like before I even did social media, I had people that didn't like me. I had people that had ill intentions toward me, that wished bad things upon me. And I feel like private but not a secret could, honestly, I mean, not every relationship is the same. And I'm not going to be like, oh, like every relationship needs to be private but not a secret. Like for some people, it really does work to have like a private or public relationship or super private relationship. But for me, I found that the sweet spot is private but not a secret. And like, who knows, maybe in a year or 2 years or 5 years, I have a full-blown online relationship and like everybody knows and it's all public, or maybe it's all private. I don't know. Like anything could happen. But I'm just thinking about now and the things that I found just like work with me and my mental health, and ways that I set boundaries with not only just the people that watch my content, but also my friends and like my family members, and also even my partner. Because, I feel like a lot of people, they don't care about like posting on social media. Some people, I've come across so many types of people in my life where they're like, oh, I've been dating my boyfriend for over 5 years and we've never posted each other. Like we're super happy. Like only my close friends know that we're dating. And that's the way that I like it, because I really do believe that people can wish bad luck upon you and your partner and your relationships. And I know you're going to think that I sound crazy, but it's totally a thing, at least from my experience. And I don't know what you believe in, but it could be like the evil eye, or it could be just like negativity and ill intentions and people, talking shit. And, maybe your partner went to the bar and they spoke to Sarah for 1 second, and then Jessica told you that he was flirting with Sarah, and because she was jealous or just didn't want good things for you. I don't know. I think that being in a relationship is so tricky in 2023, because when you're 20 years old, social media, I feel like for the most part, is just a part of your life. And like everybody has social media, like whether you want it or you don't want it, because that's the way that you make friends. And when I would go to school, that's how you stay in contact with other people and ask like, hey, did you do the math question? Or even if you join a club, like a Pilates class, like making friends, you just connect through social media. Sometimes I'll give people my number, but I think for the most part, people are always like, oh, do you have an Instagram? Oh, do you have a Snapchat? Oh, do you have, I don't know. But I feel like for the most part, it's Instagram. And then when people go on your Instagram, it's like they really get to see an overall glimpse of you. And I've learned, especially recently, that social media can be a double-edged sword, because you maybe can attract people that like your lifestyle. Maybe you post a lot of like luxury content, and you're going on private jets, and you're going on a nice car, and everyone wants to be your friend because they want to live that lavish lifestyle like you, and that's how you make all of your friends. But I also feel like posting that kind of content can attract the wrong type of people. And it's not people that like you for you, it's people who want to be you, and that's almost worse. This episode is sponsored by Lumi. Try it for yourself with Lumi's starter pack that is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like the mini body wash and deodorant wipes, plus free shipping. And as a special offer for our listeners, new customers get $5 off a Lumi starter pack with the code GIRLTALK at lumideodorant.com. That equates to over 40% off of your starter pack when you visit lumideodorant.com and use the code GIRLTALK. For over 40% off your starter pack, go to lumideodorant.com and use the code GIRLTALK. Whether you're searching for the latest sneaker drop, that iconic handbag, a timeless watch, or your next piece of classic jewelry, eBay authenticators are there verifying every detail of your purchase. eBay's authenticators are experts in their craft, true connoisseurs, and as leaders in their fields, they're making sure your items always arrive as authentic as your style and never get faked over ever again. In a world full of fakes, it's time to get real with eBay Authenticity Guarantee. Everyone deserves real. Visit ebay.com for terms. This episode is sponsored by Adam and Eve. We talk about sex often on this podcast, but for a minute, let's talk about how to have better sex. Because the answer is sex toys. So bring even more pleasure into the bedroom and go on adamandeve.com, select any one item, and use the code GIRLTALK at checkout for 50% off, free shipping, and rush processing. This offer is specific to this podcast, so make sure to use the code GIRLTALK to get your discount, 100% free shipping and rush processing, so you can start having better sex immediately. This episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. So book an appointment with just a few taps in their app and start feeling better faster. Go to ZocDoc.com/girltalk and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/girltalk, ZocDoc.com/girltalk. I've found that being friends with people that want to be you, and you don't have to be a narcissist to figure this shit out. This happens, I feel like, with influencers, and it happens with celebrities, and it also happens to your everyday gal, where someone doesn't have the best intentions for you. They don't want to be your friend. They want to be you. And there's a huge difference between having good intentions for someone and genuinely wanting to be your friend and feeling like you guys complement each other and you guys benefit each other in both of your lives, versus someone that is obsessed with you and someone that wants to be you and someone that doesn't have your level of whatever it is yet, whether that's your relationship, whether it's your, hairstyles or your outfits or your lifestyle or this or that or whatever. That's why I've noticed people a lot on TikTok. They're always like, she was never your friend. She was always a fan. And I never want to bring other people down, but it's just that's just the way that I've just noticed things just go. So I don't know. I feel like social media is really good and it's really bad for social settings like that, because nobody wants to attract negative people into their life, and nobody wants to attract people that they're going to eventually not be friends with. I feel like everybody wants to be genuine friends with other people. But I feel like sometimes social media doesn't allow you to attract the right kinds. Now, for actual relationships, I was actually talking about this with my one friend. I'm not going to say her name because I'm going to expose her because she's also private but not a secret. But she basically, we were talking and she was like, yeah, me and my boyfriend, we're actually private but not a secret. And we've been dating for X amount of time and I really like it. And we were just basically saying, she agrees with me. She believes in the evil eye and she believes in people wishing bad upon you and people just knowing your business and knowing your personal life. I think letting people know a little bit too much about you, and this could go if you're an influencer, and it could also go for if you're just Sally going to school. Like, I feel like if people know too much about you, they almost put an evil eye, or they put a evil energy out towards you, and they can talk shit about you, and they can say, oh, your boyfriend is so ugly, or oh, you and your family are so weird, or blah 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 blah. I almost feel like the less that you give people about your personal life, the less that they can work with. And it's so sad. I feel like it's so sad that I'm saying this, because you never want to think of social media like that. You never want to think of social media as like, people wishing bad on you and whatever. But that's just the way that it is. Like, there's creeps out there, and there's weirdos out there, and there's real haters out there. And I remember, I wish that I could have listened to this podcast when I was like 13 years old. But you guys know me. I grew up on social media when I was 13 years old. I showed my family. I showed my grandparents. I showed my boyfriend at the time. I showed my dog. I showed my new dog. I'm pretty sure I showed my high school boyfriend's family. Like, I showed everything, and I was so vulnerable, and I let people in on my life, and it's what I wanted to do. I really genuinely wanted to do it. I wanted people to be able to relate to me, and I wanted people to be able to see my life, because I was just like a regular girl from Canada, and I just had no friends. That's why I started YouTube, is because I had no friends, and I would eat my lunch in the bathroom sometimes because I was embarrassed to eat lunch alone, because I think I had 3 friends in high school, and then when they left, I had 2 friends. And it's a lot for me. It was a lot for me to make friends back then. But I would show them, and I with all my extra time, I would do YouTube videos, and I really genuinely was so obsessed with YouTube. And I think it was such like wholesome times back then. I think back then, you know what? I take that back. When I was 13, I honestly have no regrets, but I think back then it was just a different time on social media. If I never did social media and to start all over again, I don't think I would be as intimate as I was back then, and really let people in on my life and the things that I really care about. Because again, there's fucking weirdos out there. I've never said this online before, but I've had people show up to my house. I've had weird people show up to my house being like, if you don't come out right now, like, you hate your fans. I can't believe that you wouldn't want to just like take a picture with a fan. Like, you hate your fans if you don't come out and take a picture right now. And I'm like, you're at my house. That's so weird. That's weird. Showing up to, imagine this person isn't even a celebrity or isn't even an influencer. Imagine showing up to Jonathan's house, banging on his door, saying, answer me right now or you hate me. That's fucking weird. Like, take influencer and celebrity out of the equation. That's fucking weird to show up to someone's house unannounced and demand something of them. Also, the fact that, people post YouTube videos, it doesn't mean that they owe anything to you. I feel like when all of that was happening, and there was like, I feel like back in the day, like when Team 10 was a thing and people would just show up at YouTubers' house, it was just like a normal thing. But shit was like fucking weird. And YouTubers or celebrities or whatever, they don't owe you anything. Like, of course, if you look up to someone, you want to take a photo. Like, if I went up to Rihanna and I asked for a photo and she said no, I would hate myself a lot. But like, I respect it, because I know that she's like a celebrity, and like, she has a lot of things, and like, maybe she doesn't want to take a picture, or if she doesn't look good, like, she doesn't want to take a picture. I respect it, but I don't know. I feel like for a lot of people, they just wouldn't understand. And on top of taking pictures, I think the same thing has to do with who you're dating. I feel like showing your loved ones on the internet is a very intimate thing, and maybe some people deserve it. I think maybe like your close friends deserve it, and maybe your close subscribers deserve it, but I don't think the whole world deserves it. And I don't think the whole world deserves to know who you love. And your mom and your dad and your grandma and your grandpa and your brother and your sister and your significant other, and you know, even if it's not your significant other, even if it's just someone that you're having a fling with and you're going over every night at 11 p.m. once in a while, like, I don't think people need to know. I saw this JC Marie, I hope I'm saying her name right. I saw this JC Marie TikTok where she was basically explaining why she thinks your favorite influencers have quote unquote changed. Like your favorite influencers, how they changed, or your favorite celebrities, how they changed, or even your friends and how they've changed. I mean, to a lesser extent, but she basically goes into it being like, basically when you start social media, and anybody could do this, anybody could start social media and maybe you blow up for, you know, your friends, like how Alex Earl like blew up with like her friends and like how she's like in a sorority and whatever, or maybe you blew up because you were in high school and you were so relatable and like you showed your high school boyfriend, or maybe you blew up because you do videos with your sister, or maybe you do videos with your family, and like these intimate personal aspects about yourself are just things that people start to fall in love with you with. Because I feel like the people that I connect to with the most on social media are people that are just open and they just show their lives and they're just vulnerable and they are just unfiltered. And it's so fun in the beginning. And I almost feel like the sweet spot is being a micro influencer, because you have all of the perks of being an influencer without all of these eyeballs on you and, you know, cancel culture and whatever, and all these haters that are watching you and whatever. And once you hit a certain point where, you know, maybe you're a bigger influencer and you have a bigger following, then suddenly all of these personal things that you would show on your day-to-day content, people would start saying things like, oh, your mom is ugly. Oh, your dad is weird. Oh, your brother is, you know, whatever. Like, what the fuck? People say with the most uncalled for shit that you couldn't even, I honestly can't even, like, I'm baffled when I read it. I'm like, how could you call a mother, a grandmother, or just like have like this crazy entitlement and bring so much negativity in the comments? And it's like, you know, you always say, oh, the comments don't affect me. Oh, the comments don't affect me. But your family reads the comments and your partner reads the comments, and the comments are public for everyone to see. And like, maybe people will like the comment, and like, people are fucking savage, especially on TikTok. People are so fucking mean on TikTok. They will blatantly call you ugly on TikTok. It's crazy. It's like the ganging up effect. It's like if one person says it, then they're just gonna like the comment, and then suddenly there's like 1,000 like comments basically saying that you're ugly, or this person is ugly, or this person is ugly, or someone that you love is weird, or someone that you love is this or that. Like, imagine someone said that to you in real life. If someone called my mom a weird name in real life, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't know. I don't even know what I would do. I mean, I'm not a fighter. I'm not going to fight someone, but like, I don't even know what I would do. My jaw would just drop to the floor. Like, how rude are you? Like, that is just so, I don't know. But it's a thing. I've seen it. And like, this is like part of my experience. And the reason why I'm telling you all of this is because, you know, you see all of these comments, and then your family sees the comments, and then your family doesn't want to be on social media anymore because they see the hate comments. And then your partner sees the hate comments, and your partner doesn't want to be on social media anymore. And then you almost like, you start to believe it. The more that you see a comment, or the more that you see something, you start to believe it. That's why I always say, if you look at yourself in the mirror, make sure to tell yourself you're beautiful, because the more that you say something, you start to believe it. It's the same thing on the comments. The more that you see comments that are like, are you and this person still together? I never really liked him anyways. I never really liked her anyways. That person was kind of annoying. Actually, at 0.257 seconds, the way that they looked at you, their body language was a bit off to me. Like, I feel like they're giving user energy. Like, I don't know. Or I feel like they were giving pick me energy, like blah, blah, blah. The more that you see the comments, like the more that you start to believe it. And I feel like for me, I have really tough skin and I have really thick skin, and a lot of comments don't get to me. But hell, if you comment about one of my loved ones, like I can't protect that person. And I can't tell them, oh, it's going to be okay, because, you see 99 good comments and then you see one bad one, and the bad one is stuck to you. It's a survival mechanism. It's literally survival mode. I read it in a book one time and it was like, it's so crazy how you can read 100 good comments about yourself and then the one bad comment you see about yourself is the one that you remember. But it's a survival thing, because, in the wild, you could be seeing all these beautiful flowers and you could be seeing all this beautiful greenery and the scenery and the beautiful lake and the beautiful water, but then you see a lion. Of course you're going to hyperfixate on the lion. Of course you're going to hyperfocus on the lion, because it's your survival instincts and you don't want to get eaten alive by the lion. So of course, when you see the one bad comment, you hyperfixate on it because it's just your survival instincts. And it's normal and it's human. And no matter how many good comments you're going to get, you're never going to get 100% good comments. And I saw this one quote and it basically said, if you have no haters and nobody is disagreeing with your opinion, then you're doing something wrong. Because with everything that you do, there should be at least one person disagreeing with you and something that you're saying, or else you're not doing anything impactful. This episode is sponsored by Lumi. This summer, I'm putting Lumi's 72-hour odor control to the test, because if it works in this LA heat, then you know that you can trust it. Lumi was created by an OB/GYN who proved through clinical testing that the vagina is not to blame for a day-to-day odor below the belt. It's a whole body deodorant that is safe to use literally anywhere on your body, from your pits to your underboobs, your thigh folds, belly buttons, butt crack, vulvas, feet, literally anywhere that you can reach, you can use it. Their deodorants come in an array of scents like lavender sage, clean tangerine, which I'm using right now, fresh alpine, mint cucumber, and soft powder. What I like about Lumi is that they're more than just a deodorant. They have all kinds of products that will help you feel and smell your best, like body wash, soaps, wipes, and body cream to help exfoliate your skin. So try it for yourself with Lumi's starter pack that is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like the mini body wash and deodorant wipes, plus free shipping. And as a special offer for our listeners, new customers get $5 off a Lumi starter pack with the code GIRLTALK at lumideodorant.com. That equates to over 40% off of your starter pack when you visit lumideodorant.com and use the code GIRLTALK. For over 40% off your starter pack, go to lumideodorant.com and use the code GIRLTALK. Whether you're searching for the latest sneaker drop, that iconic handbag, a timeless watch, or your next piece of classic jewelry, eBay authenticators are there verifying every detail of your purchase. Yeah, we're talking each inch, each stitch, each tick, each facet, and each clasp that makes the piece you're searching for worthy of your collection. eBay's authenticators are experts in their craft, true connoisseurs, and as leaders in their fields, they're making sure your items always arrive as authentic as your style. So go ahead, get that piece you've always wanted, and leave it up to the meticulous eye of eBay authenticators to make sure that watch movement is original, that glimmer is real gold, and that rare sneaker is legit, or that handbag is really made of genuine leather, and never get faked over ever again. In a world full of fakes, it's time to get real with eBay Authenticity Guarantee. Everyone deserves real. Visit ebay.com for terms. But I've seen it happen, and I've seen people comment about my relationships, and then I've also seen people comment about other YouTubers' relationships. And I'm like, that's so fucked up. There's my one friend that I have, and she will post her partner once in a while, and people will be like, oh, this person is giving me user energy. This person is giving me negative energy. I don't know why. I just don't really like this person. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Like, I just feel like if you wouldn't say something to someone, first of all, someone that you don't know, why would you comment on their personal life? I feel like nowadays on social media, we feel so entitled to comment on people's personal lives, but it's really fucked up if you think about it. Imagine saying that in real life. That person's kind of giving me user energy. That person isn't giving me the best vibes. I don't know. I don't really like that person. But I saw the comments on one video and I was like, this is so fucked up, because not only do I know what it feels like I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. Just people feeling so entitled to talk about your personal life, and people saying how they don't like this person or this person. Like, I just feel like if you really support someone, that you just trust that they're on their own journey. And they're going to figure it out themselves. If you don't think that this person is the best for them, or you think this person is, weird or manipulating or ugly or whatever, just trust that's just the life journey that they're on. I don't know. I don't think that it's cool to comment about other people's relationships and other people's people that they surround themselves with, because it affects everyone. It affects the person. It affects the person that you're talking about. Affects the relationship. Like, it's really fucked up. Piggybacking on to what I was talking about with the JC Marie TikTok, she basically was saying that, you start with all these personal things about yourself, and then, you see these bad comments, like people will say weird things about the people that you love, like whether it's your grandma, your mom, or your significant other, and you're like, damn, like, people are really fucking rude. And then, your mom doesn't want to be in your videos. Your significant other doesn't want to be in your videos. Your grandma doesn't want to be in your videos. And then you're like, fuck, like, what do I film? I guess I'll just film like my hauls, and I guess I'll just film my lipsticks and my makeup routine and this and this and this. Because at least if I post these materialistic things, at least if I post my hauls, at least if I post my makeup tutorials, if people don't like my makeup, it's not going to affect anyone at the end of the day. I have thick skin and I'm good. If people don't like my hauls, it's not going to affect anyone at the end of the day. I have thick skin. I'm going to be good. And if no one likes my travel videos, then I guess it's not going to affect anyone, because I have thick skin and I'm good. But then you start posting those more, I guess, personal or less personal or materialistic videos, and people are like, I miss the old you. I miss when you were so vulnerable, and I wish I miss when you were with your ex, and I miss when you would show your family all the time, and I miss when you were like this. Like, I miss the old you. I don't like this new you anymore. But it's those very people commenting, I miss the old you, that made this safe space, whether it's YouTube or whether it's Instagram or whether it's TikTok or whatever social media platform that was your safe space, not a safe space. It's the hate comments that were pointed towards not only you, but your personal life and your loved ones, that made social media not a safe space. And it fucking sucks. Like, I remember back in the day, I would read all of my comments. I would read them all, because I would post my personal life all the time, and I was scared that there would be a mean comment about one of my loved ones or my significant other or whatever. Because whenever my significant other or one of my loved ones saw a mean hate comment, they didn't want to be in the video anymore, even though there was a million good comments saying how beautiful they were and how amazing they are and like how great of a person they must be. They see that one hate comment, they don't want to be in the video anymore. And I mean, I feel like this is on kind of like a influencer scale, but I even think on just a day-to-day Instagram user, I think I would just want to be private but not a secret, because I see my friends that I went to high school with, and I see my friends that don't do social media for a living, and a lot of them, I talk to them about this and they agree with me. They're like, I obviously follow people that I love, and like I have my close friends and everything, but I also have, people from high school, people from college, people from whatever. And I truly believe that people can wish bad intentions or bad things upon you and your relationship. And it doesn't even have to be comments. It could be like, rumors, or it could be like DM slides or whatever it is, or I don't know. I feel like there's just jealous people on the internet, and all it takes is one person to exaggerate a story, being like, hey girl, hey girly, from woman to woman, I needed to DM this to you. Like, bitch. It also doesn't have to be so crazy. I feel like for me, I'm very pro private but not a secret, but I feel like for a lot of other people, it just works for them and posting just works for them. But I also feel like it is a double-edged sword in the way that I feel like people who only post their significant other and people who overly post their significant other are overcompensating. And what I mean by that is I feel like it's almost like, you know, when Kylie gets all those crazy like roses for Valentine's Day or all of those crazy like flowers for her birthday or Mother's Day or whatever, and you're like, I swear, like, is this overcompensating? Because obviously I'm a girl and I love flowers and I love being romantic and whatever, but I feel like these overly dramatic and huge gestures, at least for me, come off as, I'm sorry I messed up, can you please forgive me? Or I'm sorry that this happened, can you please forgive me? I don't know. It doesn't seem very genuine to me. Even when couples post a lot. But look, this is even me. Even I'm judging couples right now. And this whole podcast is about how I hate people judging couples. Like, I even catch myself doing it right now. I'm literally doing it right now. I think I've just come to a point in my life where I think I have like 10 good friends. Maybe 10 good friends that I trust, that I love, that I can tell good, exciting news to. Because I want to know this. How many times have you went up to someone and you're like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I just got into the school of my dreams, or I just accomplished this huge major accomplishment, or I just did this, or I just bought this Chanel bag, or I just did whatever huge accomplishment you've been looking forward to for a really long time, and you just felt like the person was not proud of you, or they weren't happy for you. And if anything, they were a little bit jealous of you, or they were a little bit weird, or they kind of brushed it off like, oh, like, that's cool, but you know, you're gonna have to work really hard when you get into that school. Or, oh, that's a cool Chanel bag, but I don't really know. That color is not really my favorite. Or, oh, you know, that's really cool that you got that award, but where are you even gonna put it? Like, I guess you could put it in your basement. Like, you know, weird comments like that. Like, I feel like that's happened to everyone, where you tell your quote unquote friend something that you're really excited to tell them about, a huge accomplishment that you've really been looking forward to, or even just the fact that you got 3 dates with this person, and maybe like you're like, oh my God, I think that they might ask me to be I could be their girlfriend, or like this person might be my boyfriend, this person might be my girlfriend. Like, I'm really excited. And you just felt like they could not care less. I know that you have people like that in your life, because I find myself having people like that in my life all the time. And I never realize, and I'm like, damn, like, I don't think that this person ever really had good intentions for me. I don't think this person really wanted the best for me. I think that this person, I don't even know, like, they don't even want to see me succeed. It's so weird. Or they're almost jealous. And like, don't get me wrong, like, I've been jealous too. Like, I've been jealous of people, and I'm like, damn, like, I'm so jealous that they have that accomplishment, or I'm so jealous that they seem like they have the perfect life, or I'm so jealous. Like, you know, I feel like jealousy is a very normal human reaction to have, but I think to an extent, because I wouldn't ever wish a friend something bad, or I wouldn't ever wish a friend, you know, to break up with someone, or I wouldn't ever wish, you know, a friend to do XYZ or anything negative, I don't think. But the fact of the matter is that some people do. And some people don't want good things to happen to you. And a lot of the times we can outgrow people. And it's really sad, because no one wants to have a friend break up, and no one wants to stop being friends with someone. But, you know, shit just happens. Everybody has new friends. Everybody drifts apart. Everybody, you know, it's just a normal life thing that people go through. And I have my ride or dies that I've had since literally high school, and I've had my ride or dies that I've had since like middle school, and like, you know, we talk here and there, but there's been a lot of people in my life that have just come and gone, and it makes me really sad, but it's just life. And I've talked about it with my life coach, and it makes me really sad. And we spent lots of sessions of me just like grieving, because losing friends is really hard. But I think realizing the friends that don't want to see you succeed and distancing yourself from them is the best. Because I think a lot of the times we become friends with people because we have a similar interest or we have something in common. And sometimes that could be, oh, we went to high school together. Or maybe we went to a Pilates class together, or maybe we were in whatever, some sort of thing together. And that's the thing that bonded us together. And I think it's really hard to be happy for someone that is so like in their bag, like being successful, really grinding, achieving all of their goals, and then feeling like you're really stagnant and you're not doing anything. But your success and wanting someone to be as successful you are, wanting to grow together and wanting to be successful together, it's not your responsibility to make someone else happy and to make someone else successful and to make someone else feel good about themselves. I mean, I'm definitely going to sound like a narcissist in this, but I mean, I'm really proud of myself. Like, I have a house and I have a dog and I'm able to pay my bills and I can get a designer bag here and there. And I'm really proud of myself from how far I've gone, because I didn't start out with much and I wasn't a trust fund baby and I didn't have money growing up. And I've always wanted to have the life that I have right now. And I'm really proud of myself because I fucking did that shit. And I feel like there were so many times in my life where, you know, I wanted my friend to be successful and I wanted my friend to make a lot of money and I wanted my friend to get a boyfriend and I wanted my friend to do this and I wanted my friend to do that and like be on the same life journey as me. But that's just not the case a lot of the times. I also think it's really easy to be resentful of someone that you know started at the same spot as you but is growing so much. I sound like a narcissist in this. But it's just the thing. Like, I'm sure that we've all had people in our lives that you're like, girl, what do you do all day? You know that you have people from your high school and you're like, girl, what do you do all day? Like, I'm focusing on myself. I'm going to therapy. I'm focusing on my mental health. I work the extra hours. I work out in the morning. I do this. And I feel like you're just the same. And it makes me really sad. Actually, let's get into it because I feel like this is relatable as fuck because I've seen this with other people. Like, even my mom, you guys. I know my mom has been friends with this other mom from one of our schools for the longest time, and that's where they met. And that's like, I feel like when they bonded, but I feel like over the past like decade, it's almost like, I don't know, I don't want to say anything weird, but I almost feel like weird ill intentions. Like I feel like, you know, my mom, I've never really said this before, but like my parents are divorced and my mom was able to get divorced and she was able to get her own place and like she has a job and she's like paying her mortgage and you know, she doesn't have to support me because I make my own money. And then my brother just started making his own money and my sister is still in school. But like, I feel like for a mom, like she's so fucking amazing and I love her so much. And she put everything into her kids. And I feel like we're, you know, all thriving and she's living a really good life. And I feel like her friend is almost weird and resentful. And she would almost like make little comments, almost like bringing my mom down, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like, do you ever feel like it's almost like little, like I'm gonna push it on my ass because I don't remember exactly what they said, but it would just be like little comments like, oh, you don't care about looking good, like you go to work with no makeup, like you don't have to look good, or comments that are kind of like a weird backhanded compliment, weird, like pick me energy. But I genuinely feel like it's because she's resentful of my mom, because my mom is the best mom in the world, and we didn't start out with much, and she always pushed education on me and my brother and my sister. Now we're all becoming really successful, and she sees that as a threat, and that's why she always feels like she has to say these weird comments to my mom, and she feels like she has to bring down my mom. But I don't know if this is weird to put on the internet, but I'm just going to say it because I do feel like it's relatable. Like, I feel like maybe you don't realize it right now, but it's a thing. Like, there might be people in your life that don't have your best interests at heart, and people that will say little things to make you feel a little shitty about yourself, to make them feel better about themselves. Like, oh, Adeline, like, that's really great that you have a makeup degree or whatever, but you're never going to use it. Like, you're a YouTuber, you're not going to use it. Like, weird little comments like that, where it's like something about your success or something about something that you've accomplished, and kind of making it small and making it feel inferior. Because making you feel inferior makes them feel more comfortable and better about themselves for not accomplishing as much. This episode is sponsored by Adam and Eve. We talk about sex often on this podcast, but for a minute, let's talk about how to have better sex. Because the answer is sex toys. It's the truth. If you want to get more adventurous in the bedroom, then I think you should start off by using some toys offered on adamandeve.com. From vibrators to plugs to lubes and lingerie, they have everything that you need to get started. And I know it can be a bit intimidating at first, but have a look around their website. I'm sure you'll find something that you'll want to try out. They have categories for him, for her, for couples, and solo play, so anybody can enjoy, whether you're in a relationship or single or complicated, whatever it is. And whatever you decide to buy, it'll come straight to your door for free and in discreet packaging, because sometimes my mom looks at my packages and you can just... Plus, if you enter the code GIRLTALK, you will be able to get 50% off one item. So bring even more pleasure into the bedroom and go on adamandeve.com, select any one item, and use the code GIRLTALK at checkout for 50% off, free shipping, and rush processing. This offer is specific to this podcast, so make sure to use the code GIRLTALK to get your discount, 100% free shipping and rush processing, so you can start having better sex immediately. This episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. When was the last time that you guys have been to a doctor? Hopefully within the last 6 months. But I know we all get busy and sometimes it's hard to find the time to book an appointment. But that's what the apps on our phone are for, to make things that used to be tedious, quick and easy, like ZocDoc. ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. ZocDoc has more than just the standard doctors you think of. Like, I recently used ZocDoc to book my dentist appointment. So maybe you don't need a physical, but need to get your teeth cleaned, you can use ZocDoc. So book an appointment with just a few taps in their app and start feeling better faster. Go to ZocDoc.com/girltalk and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/girltalk, ZocDoc.com/girltalk. That's, I think, what I'm trying to get here is I feel like this happens in person, and then online, it's even worse. Online, it's like so many people have the eyes on your family, or so many people have eyes on your loved ones or your partner or whatever, and they say things like weird shit behind your back. That's one thing that I always hated growing up. When I just need to get this off my chest. When I was younger, I grew up in a very diverse school, because Canada, honestly, Toronto is very diverse. There's all different kinds of races and ethnicities and everything. I feel like as a kid, you don't even look at your friend as like, oh, this person is white, or this person is black, or this person brown. When you're a kid, you don't see color, and you're just like, oh, this is my friend Amy, this is my friend Sarah, this is my friend Josh, whatever. So I feel like one of the first times that I really noticed someone being blatantly weird and racist and like saying a weird fucking comment was one of the guys in my class had a crush on this girl, and she's so pretty, and she's Asian, she has the best outfits, and it came out that he had a crush on her, and then everyone would be like, oh my god, this person has an Asian fetish. And it's like, you would never say that about a white person. Like, isn't that fucking weird? Like, is it normal to like white people, and then the second that you like an Asian person, you have an Asian fetish? Why not a white fetish? I don't know. That's like one of the first times in my whole life where I was like, what's an Asian fetish? And it was like, oh, it's when you like Asian people. And I'm like, why can't you just like an Asian person because you find them attractive and you like their personality and who they are? How does it make it any different liking an Asian person versus a white person? You know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, that whole thing came out in my class. And then the guy was like, no, I don't like her. No, wait, no. Who said that? I didn't actually like her. And it's like the opinions of all the other kids in my class ruined their little like preschool relationship. Like, how sad is that? And I think that stuff like that happens all the time in real life too. Like people being like, oh, you're dating Tiffany? Like, I heard that she's a slut, bro. Like, she slept with so many people, bro. Like, you know that people talk like that. And you know people are like, oh, Josh, like, yeah, he's like always at the clubs. Like, I don't know, he's like kind of a man whore. And you know what I mean? People will just say shit and like pull shit out of their ass, and like you could literally sleep with 0 people and people will still call you a slut because you wore a mini skirt. A fucking mini skirt, bro. Like, anything makes you a slut nowadays. Like, I could show my feet on this podcast and people will call me a slut because I'm showing my feet and I'm trying to make money off my feet. Which, by the way, bitch, I don't make any more or less money showing my feet, okay? But yeah, I don't know. This is like, I always think about this, and I always talk to my friends about this, even people that I just met about this. I'm like, what do you think about posting your boyfriend or girlfriend online? I'm always curious to know what people are saying. But you know what? I noticed that more people are for the private but not a secret now. Both influencer friends and my regular friends would rather do private but not a secret. Like showing the hand on the side of the photo, showing your dinner date and then having them on the other side but not showing their face, like covering their face, like shit like that. I don't know. I honestly, like, I'm gonna be so real right now. Like, I almost think like, I feel like it's more fun too. Like, if one of my friends, like, let's say, maybe not one of my close friends, because I would just text her and be like, bitch, who the fuck are you talking to? Who are you fucking these days? But I feel like someone that's more of an acquaintance, and I saw them post like a man's hand on the side of their Instagram, or even a girl's hand on the side of the story, be like, who is this person on a date with? And then I keep up with their stories and I'm like, and then I feel like I'm along the journey with them. I don't know. Anyways, but side note about my personal preferences. I'm seeing how relationships form on the internet. But see, I have an opinion on the internet of people who I don't even know. But I don't know. I feel like private but not a secret. Moral of the story is, I feel like better for your family and for your significant other, because I mean, you're never going to break up with your family because your family is your family. I mean, sometimes families suck and you do have to break up with your family, but the significant other thing, I think it really can put a wedge between your relationship. And as much as people say, oh, the comments don't affect me, oh, the comments don't affect me, they fucking do, bitch. The comments affect everyone. The comments affect Hailey Bieber. The comments affect Kylie Jenner. The biggest people in the whole world Selena Gomez, the comments affect everyone. And it affects their businesses. Rare Beauty is booming right now. But you see what I mean? Like, people being so involved with your relationship and knowing so much about your relationship, knowing what you ate on vacation, knowing where you work out every day with your significant other, knowing where your significant other works, knowing where you work, knowing like all of these things. Nobody needs to know that shit. I think the older that I get, the more that I realize how important privacy is and how privacy is such a privilege. I never used to appreciate that when I was younger because I used to always be like, oh, I'm such an open book. Like I'm an open book. Like everybody knows everything about me. If you ever need to know anything about me, just Google it. It's probably on the internet, which it's true. If you want to know anything about me, you could probably just Google it and it's on the internet. What's Adeline Morin's favorite color? Yellow. Well, maybe pink recently. Where does Adeline Morin live? Toronto and LA. Moving to Paris. What's Adeline Morin's dog's name? Blue. These are weird things that, like, people just know everything about my life. And I'm totally okay with people knowing things about my life. But I think for the sake of my relationships, my friendships, my family, and my significant others, I just feel like it's best for me to keep it private but not a secret. And I've been doing it for so many years. I don't know how many years. Has it been 4 or 5 years? I don't even know when I did my breakup series. That's when I just stopped posting who I was dating and everything. But ever since I started doing private but not a secret, I saw my life just be so much happier, exponentially happier, become exponentially happier, because I don't have to worry about the comments about the people that I love. I don't have to protect the people that I love. I can just love the people that I love. And I don't have to show other people the things that I love. I can just love them. I don't know. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this podcast episode, because I really love talking about this and knowing people's opinions on it, and see if they agree or if they disagree or if they're like, whatever, like who gives a fuck. Like, I'm really curious. So let me know what you guys think if you're watching this on YouTube. Let me know in the comments, or let me know, DM me. I always read my spam account. I always read my spam account DMs and comments. So if you're not already, make sure to follow me on my spam account on Instagram. It's not Adeline, NOTADELAINE. And I always respond to you guys on there. But yeah, I don't know. Those are all my thoughts. I'll probably have more thoughts after this podcast episode. Does that ever happen to you? I always talk about stuff and then I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna end this call and then think about all the other things that I could have said, but I guess we'll probably never know. I don't know. But yeah, those are my thoughts on posting your loved ones online. But who knows what's going to happen in the future? Me and Andre always joke. We're always like, Adeline, you're the type of person to post a wedding photo and then cover their face with a black heart and post soft launch as the caption. A full-on picture of me in a wedding gown. It could be a groom's whatever suit or a wedding gown too, and I'll literally be posting on my wedding day my significant other with a black heart over their face and put soft launch as the fucking caption. Like, that's just some shit that I would do, but it's just me protecting my peace, and it's just me protecting the people that I love, because I will protect the people that I love till I die. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's say around 10. I have around 10 people that I'm a ride or die for. That if they called me, I always pick up. That if something was wrong, I will drive to them. I will fly to them. I will do whatever it takes. I will be there for them. I will be on the phone for hours talking to them. If they're going through something, I will be on the phone trying to comfort them for hours. There's maybe 10 people in my life that I'm willing to do that for. And I don't know. I feel like the internet, there's a lot of good people and there's a lot of bad people. And for the sake of my sanity and for the sake of their sanity, I like to just keep it off the internet. Yeah. Was this episode kind of a downer? I don't know. What do you think? But these are just things that I think about. I don't know. I'm always like, like, should I post more of this person? Like, should I post them more? Or should I, like, not cover their face as much or whatever? Like, dude, by the way, all the people that I have ever dated, I've never followed. Because it's so easy to find, like, girl, be so fucking for real right now. Like, every girl on the internet is a fucking super sleuth. We're all investigators and we can all find out who you're dating, okay? So that's why every single person that I've ever dated, I don't think I've ever followed. Yeah, I don't think, honestly. Even every person I've ever hooked up with, I think I've never followed. Yeah, I unfollowed that girl. I followed one person that I used to fuck with. Followed. But yeah, I mean, I take it to extreme. I feel like it's fine to follow your significant other, obviously. And then also, like, the talk of, you know what? This is also something that I also wanted to bring up. The talk of, when are you gonna post me? I don't know. I feel like there's so many times with couples where they're like, do I post you first? Or, like, do you post me first? Like, it's kind of this awkward conversation where you're like, is it weird if I post us first? Also, if I post us, like, will you post us? Or am I going to look like a fool by only posting us? You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, it would be nice to be posted on someone's social media, but I think I'm also at a place in my life where I don't really care. And if I think you're going to cheat on me because you're not posting me, I feel like I would already catch that vibe already. I don't know. I could tell when I feel like someone is a little sneaky. First of all, when someone's a little sneaky, are they a Pisces? That's what I ask myself. Second of all, I ask myself, are they making weird, insecure comments? Like, are they making comments like, I can't believe I bagged you? Like, you're so gorgeous. Always talking about your looks. I don't know. I feel like little things like that. I'm always like, this is weird and suspicious. All of the things that you're saying. I don't know. There's so many people in my life that I've caught that are like that, and they only say compliments about you that are like, oh my god, you're so beautiful, you're so gorgeous, I can't believe I bagged a girl like you. I don't know, it's giving insecure. It's giving girlfriend that's a 10, boyfriend that's a 4, and boyfriend will cheat on you. You know what I mean? I feel like girlfriends that are 10s are allowed to date boyfriends that are 4s as long as they're confident. Because if you date an ugly 4 who's not confident, like Emily Ratajkowski's man, he's gonna cheat on you, and you're like, damn, I really liked you, and I really settled for you because I thought that you would never cheat on me, but it turns out it's the opposite because I'm really beautiful and you're weird and you're insecure and you cheated on me. I don't know. I personally don't feel the need to be on someone else's social media, but also at the same time, I do feel like it would feel a little good, you know? It would feel good to feel like your partner is really, obsessed with you and can brag about you and be like, oh my god, like, this is my girlfriend, like, I'm so obsessed with her. But I think that there's a line for sure. I don't know. There's a line where it's like, Oh my god, this is my girlfriend. I'm so obsessed with her. I can't believe I bagged her. I'm insecure. I don't know. There's a weird, I can't pinpoint it, but I feel like you could just tell with I don't know. I feel like you could just tell. But anyways, that was my mini little tangent at the end of the podcast episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure to give it a like, and also make sure to subscribe. If you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure to rate me 5 stars. It makes my whole day and it helps me a lot. But I love you guys, and I'm always here if you need to talk every single Wednesday, same place, same time. Love you guys. Bye. Did you like that episode? I really hope that you did. If you haven't already, then make sure to watch last week's episode or the week after. Just click on the links, whatever it is. And I hope that you guys enjoyed. Also, be sure to subscribe because it helps me a lot. But I love you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.
Feel it rush, sipping on Hawaiian punch. Squeeze the sides, feel it rush, sipping on Hawaiian punch. Know you like all this gush? Oh no, you can't get enough. Sipping on Hawaiian.